the opposition is not doing enough. They seem to be afraid. And you cannot win Nigerian presidency if you are not strong, if you are not ready to come out to fight. They are not doing enough. And that is why you can see from what is happening with their political parties. And maybe ADC might, they can come tomorrow, go to court with these corrupt judges and say, ADC, the leadership of ADC is handed over to that man that is supposed to be in JSS 3. What is it called? Nephew. No, those supporting him, they don't mean well for him. Nephew that cannot even speak decent English. They are supposed to support him to go back to JSS 3 and continue the junior class. Maybe from there they support him to finish secondary school and then write to WAEC and go to a high institution. Instead, they are giving him money to destabilize the political party. But because he was not properly brought up by his parents, he is trying to destroy the entire country, and they can hand over the political party to Nephew tomorrow. Then Atiku will not be a candidate. And because the way they are going, it is likely going to happen because the opposition leaders are not ready for a fight. These people don't want, once they see that you are always talking about peace, they will continue to do what they want. Give it to them the way they understand, including the judges. Before judgment will be passed, mobilize 1 million people to come to surround the entire building. When Shekaro was to be declared governor, he won his election. Then they wanted to impose Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, who was governor then in 2003. Shekaro won his election. The people of Kano State came. They surrounded the INEC officials. Yes, you have the power, the constitutional power to declare anybody as governor. And we also have the power as a people to bond the entire people here. And they were they were ready. So when they saw that they were ready, and if they declare Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso as governor, they will also be on their way to hell or heaven. They declare Shekaro. That is the situation in Nigeria. If you are not ready for real fight, whenever this fraudulent judgment is supposed to be given, I'm giving them this for free. Mobilize 1 million people, let them be there around, so that they should know, as you have collected money to give fraudulent judgment, you should also know that we also have taken decision to move with you to heaven or hell. Once they know that, they will be careful. But if you say no, we'll go back, we'll appeal. Appeal to who? Appeal to who? To these same people who have no shame, they have no character. These judges, they can give any kind of judgment at any time. That's why I say that God, the day God will help us and will have capacity like P2B, this nonsense will stop. The day God will help us, we have capacity to mobilize 1 million people. No precedent. How can you do it? You can't give this fraudulent judgment, huh? Even INEC cannot even, you can't even declare anybody. You can only declare the person who has won election. You cannot, if you are ready to win this election, just be making plans for this. Tell them, just like they also did in 2015, that if we win election, you don't hand it over to us, we'll form parallel government. Let them know now. You are president for the region you control. We are president for the region we control. We are not calling for anarchy. We are calling for the right thing to be done. What are we saying? Anybody who wins election, the president should be declared. So until you make them understand, not just by talking, in practice, that this is what you intend to do. And if you are not ready for that, forget it. Tinubu will win a selection. He will be re-elected in 2027. For these ones that they are just saying, no, let's move peacefully. Let's go. Which court are you going? See, personally, when I go to court for historical purposes and for evidence to be documented that I want to go to court, not because I believe that, but whatever judgment is given, I accept. However, if I have my means, I will do what I'm supposed to do lawfully to get what I'm supposed to get. Civil disobedience is not a crime. When people have derailed the way we are in Nigeria now, you should let them know when the leadership has derailed. Okay, now you fold your arms. Small bandits, illiterates, will just come and take you from your home. And then you say, no, we'll wait for the security agency. Who are you waiting for? So if P2B or Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, if they are not ready for that, they should not waste people's time. They should not begin to waste people's time. They should allow people to rest. If they are not ready to defend the masses, you already have the followership. Then what are you afraid of? This thing cannot be handed over to you. The opposition leaders are not doing enough. Mr. P2B and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar are not doing enough at all. It's like sometimes, if not because I have followed them very well, sometimes I usually think, are these people not even working for Tinubu at all? Sometimes this is the thought that comes to my mind, that P2B and Atiku, are they not working for Tinubu? Maybe these people are friends, so maybe they have discussed and then they have been settled to see that, okay, let's continue to do this to deceive Nigerians. Because how do you accept all of these things? You allow states to be rigged. The next election now, let it be clear. Before the declaration of any, mobilize your people to be there. This is the result that we have gotten from polling units. Come with the result. This is the result that will be declared. Else, we all go either to hell or to heaven. Until you are ready for that, you are not ready to take the leadership of this country. Come with your result. INEC chairman, this is the result. We have to make sacrifice for the young people of this country. We have to make sacrifice. If you are not ready to die for the people, then why do you even come to become a leader? Why should you present yourself to be voted for? Until you have made up your mind to be able to sacrifice your life, that is the only time that you are ready for leadership in Nigeria. If you are not ready to die for the people, then you should not waste their time to say that you should lead, mobilize and come. This is what I'm calling on Atiku Abubakar and P2B. Come with the results. This is the result from the polling units. You are not calling for anarchy. And this is the result. That must be declared. And that is what should be done. And that's why I'm not happy with the two leaders at all. Personally, I'm not happy with them because they are too weak for my liking.
All right. Nasir El-Rufai has been in detention for quite a while now. Some persons are alleging that is persecution by President Tinubu, while some are saying is maybe karma visiting him. What do you say?
Even if it's karma, it's still persecution. Persecution by President Tinubu. And that's one of the weaknesses of Atiku Abubakar. I'm saying that, and P2B. Even if nobody can even say the party that El-Rufai belongs to now, but sure he's in the opposition. Why should these opposition leaders keep quiet? You cannot continue to keep somebody in detention for a bailable offense. A known from Kogi State, over 80.something billion. Yahya Bello didn't spend 2 weeks or 2 weeks in detention. In short, Yahya Bello should be the person to be in detention in this way because he refused to honor lawful invitation. This man honored lawful invitation. Sometimes I cry for this kind of people who call themselves leader. I cannot have half the support of P2B and El-Rufai will be in detention. I cannot have half of the support of Atiku Abubakar and El-Rufai will be in detention. These are weak leaders. P2B, you are a weak man. Atiku, you are a weak man. Because if I have half of the support these men have, who is President Tinubu to keep El-Rufai in detention? Who is President Tinubu? You cannot be president if the people don't accept you as president. That is what the power of the people is stronger than the power of those in authority. Who is Tinubu to keep who? If I have half, I'm not talking about the support P2B has. I'm not talking about the support Atiku Abubakar has. I'm talking about half of it and half of their influence. Tinubu will run and give order. He will not even wait for the court because I know what to do. So these men are weak. That's why sometimes I just say, most times I just say, no, this country, we don't have leaders. Is this the kind of people that you want to lead? When somebody is being persecuted like this, it's not that I like El-Rufai. I have been close to El-Rufai ever since he became governor. I was almost living in his residence few days before he became governor. But when he became governor, because my own way that some persons say I am stubborn, he avoided me completely for the 8 years that he was governor. So I don't have anything. In short, he was the one that even called me, sent me a message that he likes me, that he wants me to be a friend to his own son, his son that is in the House of Reps now, Bello El-Rufai. He sent me Bello's number that I should meet with Bello, that he wants us to be friends, and we became friends. But later on along the line, what he wanted me to be, I said no, that since he wanted to give me appointment. Then I thought that since I'm not originally from Kaduna, I should not get appointed in his government. I said, no, why don't you give me contract to do? Because that, since I'm resident in Kaduna, instead of giving me appointment, let it be for the indigenes. Let it not take what belongs. That was my own thing, and he got angry. How can I want to appoint you to do? So he got angry and he avoided me. Throughout for his 8 years, he avoided me. But if I were to be with him and I was able to get some information, he will not be there like that I will keep quiet. However, I have been making statements, but statements on the media is not enough. Something tangible needs to be done. They usually appoint people, weak people, and people who do not share their values with them. And see now that he's in detention, as if nobody is in detention. Nothing is happening. I can't just keep quiet like these men. These are the kind of people they want. Once they carry out their evil plan, you keep quiet. Once you challenge, they cannot. Those who macheted me, beat me severely, they are the ones running away from me now. Because I said, let us go for round 2 again. You are the one doing the beating. Why should we be afraid? Always, you have to be courageous for whatever you believe and then fight for whatever you believe. People don't have this perseverance to continue to fight. If you want to lead in Nigeria, you should be able to persevere, to fight, to continue to fight until you die. So, something needs to be done. This is what is lacking in these leaders.
All right, finally, is there a scenario where you have reflected about the quest to remove President Tinubu from office? And if you have thought in that direction, is it possible? If it is possible, what is the pathway for the NDC to get victory in 2027?
It is very possible. One, the NDC in the south and the southeast do not really need much campaign. Where they need to campaign vigorously is in the southeast, and it's in the north central, northwest, and then northeast. Most of the states in the north central, the NDC does not really have a problem. The major problem is in the northwest and in the northeast. What should they do? Like what I have done now, they're supposed to pay me for consultancy. That I have told them, I have this enlightenment. You see, the corrupt religious scholars who always make use of religion, Islamic religion in this case, because the majority of the people in the northwest and northeast are Muslims, to say that P2B is not a Muslim, so you should not vote for him, which is true. But what does Islam say? Say, don't vote for a person who is not a Muslim in character. The usually Arabic statesmen that is usually made by scholars and the Prophet of Islam is usually using figure of speech, allusion, oxymoron. So if you don't, even if figure of speech is used, English language is used, but using figure of speech, even those who speak English sometimes do not understand. In most cases, don't understand. So, and these are statements made in Arabic language. So people don't understand. Yes, it is true that you don't vote for somebody who is not a Muslim. But who is the person, who is the Muslim that Islam is talking about? A Muslim in character. Not a Muslim in name or those who go to mosques to worship. In terms of leadership, you vote for a person who is a Muslim in character. So this is the awareness that ordinarily we would have, if we decide to support P2B, this is the awareness we'll take to the north. Because I can challenge any scholar in this country on this. Challenge based on the text of the Quran and on the authentic saying of the Prophet ﷺ with this, that this is what Islam is talking about. I will cite examples. I can debate with any scholar on this. So you can vote for P2B if he is a Muslim in character. You can decide not to vote for P2B if he is not a Muslim in character.